A house doesn't have the right to be called a home. To be a home, it needs people to work it into a home. A home isn't like a material thing. It's not a physical attribute. It's like what people make it. It's the effort they put into it and the energy into making it an environment where people feel like it is a home, where there's not anger and there's not disappointment.
People say it's when I don't get my own way. It could be, I don't know, but I don't reckon it is. But I just go like, sometimes, not all the time, but just go like off my head and just scream at them and like swear at them and stuff, and like be really personal and call them names and stuff. And like, yeah, and I don't really quite like, sort of don't control it. Like I just don't think before I say stuff. I just say it, and that's sort of why I'm going there, so I can figure out my troubles maybe.
Yeah. So why do you reckon you do that kind of?
I don't know. It could be a number of things. Like it's like my dad like never really had good contact with him, or like because he left when I was a little kid and stuff. And it could be that, or there's heaps of things it could be. Like, I don't know. There's a few things.
One night Mum and I decided to take Dad to work, and we dropped him off at 6. He was a night shift worker. So we waited till the morning to go and pick him up, and he was waiting out the front in his work uniform. Mum asked him how was work, and he said like any other day, I suppose. Then Mum said, funny you should say that, because when I rang last night, the TOF said it was your day off. When I returned from school and Mum and Kelly came home from work, there was a note on the table saying, I'm very sorry, but it is time that I leave. Well, that made Mum very ill, and as a result, she had a nervous breakdown. Let yourself be. Live every act fully, as if it were your last. Where else do you think you will? Even loss and betrayal can bring us awakening. The mind contains all. Learn to respond, not to react. Learn to let go. That is, take time every day to sit quietly and listen. Loving the past is only a memory. Loving the future is a fantasy. One day, I got a phone call, and it was Dad asking if he could meet me somewhere, and I said yes. And a few weeks later, Dad ended up moving back in. That's when things started to change, such as his temper. He really started to snap at the littlest things. Take time every day to sit quietly and listen. You can't find the truth, and life will be easier. Where else do you even loss and betrayal can bring us away. Learn to respond, not to react. Learn to let go. That is the key to happiness. I was at my best friend's party one night, and that's where I met the love of my life. And from that day on, we were inseparable, and we used every day together for 5 years. Our habits grew and grew until it was controlling us. 5 years later, things took a turn for the worst. I woke up to his phone call, and he said, it's time to quit. I did not know what to do. Let yourself be okay. Even loss and betrayal can bring us awakening. Take time every day to sit quietly. Learn to respond, not to react. The mind can turn to let go. That is the key to happiness. Life is so hard. How can we be anything but kind? Mum would wake up in the morning to me curled up in a corner crying. Every day for a month I would go to Footscray and school and have pills until one day I had too much and woke up 4 days later in intensive care. I had overdosed. I had died on the operating table for 30 seconds. Time every day to sit quietly and listen. Find the truth and life right. Where else do you think you will find? Even loss and betrayal can bring us awakening. The mind can. The whole house was covered in blood. I had died on the operating and the only way to stop 30 seconds down. He really started to, the wheel went on me and I had to stop. Mum would wake up in the morning to me curled up in a corner crying. The first time we got caught in a stolen car, we both got bail. The second time, she wrapped us around a pole. The third time I was by myself, I got chased by the police, and the only way I stopped was when I skidded out. The wheel went on me and I had to stop. I got 6 months and she got out. It is still dragging on. I had to stop.